All right, guys. Now we're going to do a standing variant, an opponent all the way upright variant of the far side hook reaching around your opponent technique move. So this is a common one that you're going to see in mixed martial arts. Also, when you're grappling against people who are way bigger than you, who decide to big guy you, which is actually, if you're a big guy, a really good idea. No reason to wrestle like a little person if you're actually big. That is one random thought, although this is probably not in my interest. If you are a big person and you try to berimbolo little people, we are very happy about that. If you're a big person and you insist on smashing into the half guard, that's way more of a pain in the ass. Just something to consider. So there's plenty of moves that work really, really well when you're very, very big compared to people. There's plenty of moves that work very, very well when you're smaller, and there's stuff that works kind of all over the place. This one tends to be more of a threat when someone's allowed to hit you. If Adam's on bottom for a second. And it's also a threat when someone has a grown man versus boy level of strength and mass difference. So here we are, and I'm all the way up. If Adam doesn't have this shin kicking me in the back of the armpit, so like right now, I can kind of reach you, but it's awkward. Make a triangle. I can get that fist to your face real easy. So I can stand up and like drop a hammer on your head if you're not careful. Now, on top of that, even in grappling, you'll have people stand up and just man strength your legs to the ground. Now, I can do this against Adam because we're about the same size, but if I had the benefit of an extra 4 or 5 inches of height and 45 pounds of mass, it would be pretty cool. So what he wants to avoid doing, and this is something that I screwed myself up on in the past way long back before I understood how to do the 50-50 like we do today, is people would jam this down and I think, oh, I'm going to step out. Alternatively, people would jam this down and I go, oh man, that sucks. Let me open my legs and make a backside hook. Cool. They can step over it. The triangle, the lock of the triangle is going to be what gives your positional, your strength, your position integrity and strength here. So I want you to avoid opening your triangle in this situation. I've gotten myself in a lot of trouble in the past. And again, as a lankier person, opening my legs there really screwed me. So here we are. I'm up and I'm long, and Adam pushes my shin towards his leg. I'm going to let my lock drop below his knee. Now I'm going to backside hook, reclaim his leg, and re-attack. If you'll notice, my free hand went to his far leg. If it's in range, I'm touching it to make sure that it doesn't. I don't want to be, if I have a hand that's hanging out, just like in the triangle, if you guys have ever seen any of the old series that we managed to put together, if you have a free hand, you only have 1, 2, 3, and 4 main resources. Of course, you got your head, you got other things. But each one of these things that you spend or waste is a big deal in terms of opportunity costs. If I'm scratching my head with this hand, I'm not using it for something else. So you better be sure that this doesn't have an important purpose. So if I'm sitting here, kind of have my hands, kind of just sitting around, use your free leg and kick a grip free at him. This is, again, what BJ Penn shot for in our fight. It's a pretty dang good idea. He's just well behind the 8 ball, but it's absolutely doable. However, if I'm here, try to kick the grip free. Now I'm not having it, and I'm going to go directly to the finish. Also, as we've explained before, I can transition off. Can you move your leg, please?
No.
It just doesn't matter because, again, the positional integrity here comes from my mass lying on the back of his leg into the floor. It's almost pinning like a side control or a top controlled style position. So if we come back again, all the way back step, please. If you stuff my lock down, don't do this. This has almost no power. Just step out. Oh, bad news for me. Excellent. Okay, if we come back again, just step out. And I'm like, uh-oh. That happened to me on more than one occasion in competition. And sometimes when that happens, you get yourself out of trouble. Other times, not so much. So this doesn't matter if you square up to me more. Like square up like you want to hit. So stand up, please. Bring your left foot over. Yeah, now Adam is squared up to me like he's going to punch me in the head. The near side is close. As always, you have a front side and a back side attack. And even though we're looking for this backside reaching hook, if we come back, now that front side's almost impossible. He jams my knee down. I lock. I make my catch on the far side. I turn, reclaim his knee, and finish. It's important to understand that sometimes when you're going to backside 50-50, you're going to lose the knee. You're going to lose the knee, and sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. If you lose the knee and you lose tension, it matters. If you lose the knee and you don't lose tension, it doesn't matter. Why do you want to keep the knee? Simply because them leaving may reduce some tension in your position and add some slack to it, and that's not what we want. In the event that that happens, transition to the calf slice is going to be the way to go, as we're going to explain further. So one last crack at this. And if I can do this, even if you don't, if you just stand, I'll just drop my lock, catch, turn, finish. Had I lost them, here we are, I'm like, up, reclaim, finish.